Welcome back to Bible Walkthrough. I'm Adam Ayers.
This is Wes Warner.
And for this episode, we have, pardon the pun, a theological watershed. Baptism for the dead on Bible Walkthrough.
All right, so let's look at 1 Corinthians 15, starting at 29. Otherwise, what will those do who are baptized for the dead? If the dead are not raised at all, then why are they baptized for them? Good question, Paul. Sounds like he's saying that people were being baptized on behalf of those who had already died. Interesting, since that isn't practiced inside of most Christian churches today. So what is going on there? Should we be baptizing ourselves for grandma who died, or our dog, or anyone that we want to see get into heaven? I mean, what is going on there? What do you think, Adam?
Well, there are movements like the Latter-day Saints who take this verse very seriously and very concretely to say that this does talk about a practice of being baptized on behalf of dead people, and that we should continue in that practice ourselves. And they put a lot of effort into pursuing this as a practice for faith. I think that the crucial thing is this is one of those places where we can either look at what the Bible is talking about or try to focus on that which is behind what it's talking about. If we're trying to get to the historical critical problem, which is a historical critical situation, which this is addressing what was going on, what baptisms were being done, and can we do those baptisms, then we're going to have to make a jump behind the text. This is what Joel Green talks about when he talks about behind the text, in the text, and in front of the text. But Paul isn't talking about a practice. He's not doing an exposition of a practice for the Corinthian church. He's simply appealing in the middle of a rhetorical run about resurrection to, otherwise, those who are baptizing for the dead, what are we doing? Why bother? There's no point in it at all. Why do we stand in jeopardy every hour? And we have to hear Paul's focus. Paul's focus is, if the dead can't be raised, why then? Why then? Why then? And Paul's point is the dead can be raised. Now, there's two ways that one could interpret this. One, that baptism itself is a picture of dying and raising from the dead. So why are we baptized as the dead for the dead? Although huper is problematic to say as the dead, more on behalf of. But on behalf of being dead. That's one way to look at it. Either way, figuratively, as dead, for the dead, for being dead, or concretely, for those who are dead. Either way, that's not Paul's point to talk about we should be baptized. He's not saying we should be baptized. He's saying those who are being baptized for the dead, why are they doing it if there is no resurrection? And the point is, there can be a resurrection. And that's really where we have to stop with the text, because we don't know what practices they were doing. There's no information on it. Everything is a guess. So it'd be very problematic to base a practice in Christian faith, in Christian service, on a guess about what lies behind a rhetoric. If Paul wanted us to be being baptized for the dead, he probably would have said in some of his letters, you should be baptized for the dead. But apparently it's a very, very, very minor, incidental reference in Paul. Probably good not to base a major practice on a minor guess. So we have to allow Paul's priorities to be his priorities, and we have to allow baptism for the dead to remain a mystery. We don't know what it is. And stick with the point, every day I'm in danger of death. But that's okay, because Christ raised from the dead and we have hope. I think that's as far as we can really go with this text.
Yeah, I agree. Sounds like it's just, if they were doing that, then it doesn't sound very important, because I don't hear about it anywhere else in the scriptures. Yeah.
No. It's a minor thing.
Mhm.
It'd be like worrying about what color clothes Paul was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Might be something there, but we can't get to it, can't know,
Mm-hmm.
until maybe we're raised from the dead.
Mm-hmm.
So the point is, we can live again.
That's
He
right.
says, if not, then let's eat and drink and be merry, for tomorrow we die. I don't want to live that way. Well, wish we could give you more, but there's not a whole lot there. One little phrase and nothing behind it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave that to your imagination. But you can be raised from the dead.
That's right.
That's Paul's point.
Mm-hmm.
We will see you next riddle and next text next time on Bible Walkthrough. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks.